Hey, what's going on, y'all? Knowledge coming at you. I've been gone for a minute. I've been taking care of some personal things, that's been going on in my life. But I figure I hit y'all up with another video. I was watching the news the other day, and they had Chris Brown on there, and they were showing his house and how he has this new graffiti. It looks like it's like on the side of his fence. And they were talking about how he's been cited by the city because a lot of neighbors are complaining about, the graffiti being on his house and how it represents the neighborhood. And this house is located in Hollywood Hills. Now, for you guys that are not familiar with the LA area, Hollywood Hills is a very well-to-do area. You don't stay over there unless you have some money. I'm gonna be real. Same as places like certain areas of Woodland Hills or Studio City. I can go on and on. Sherman Oaks, those type of places. Beverly Hills, of course. If you're staying over there, you got a little bit of money. But they cited this dude for the graffiti. But how I look at it is that this is this man's house. If he wants to put graffiti, as long as it's not overboard or it's not on actual city property, I don't see what's the big problem with it. But another thing that comes to mind when I heard about this story is that I don't know why we have black people here in this country that have not realized yet that you can't do everything that white people do. You have to realize where you are and the color of your skin. Now, if Chris Brown wanted to do some shit like this, what he should have done, he should have got him a house in Baldwin Hills. Again, for you guys that are not familiar with the LA area, Baldwin Hills is pretty much, they call it the Black Beverly Hills, because you have a lot of well-to-do black actresses and actors and musicians and on and on. Not just people in the entertainment business, but doctors, lawyers, police officers. It's a pretty well-to-do black community. And I think if he would have got him a house over there, it would have been a little bit more acceptable, because black people that are familiar with Chris Brown, and he's an artist, and they really wouldn't probably tripped over it too much, as long as it wasn't too extreme. But this is this man's house. He has a right to do what he wants to do with his house. But it seems like, people always attacking Chris Brown. Yes, he's an asshole. Yes, he needs to watch some of the things he says and does. But at the same time, I also see that a lot of people are picking on this guy. The media is tearing him apart. And that's what they like to do with artists who, got into the game when they were very young. We saw with Britney Spears, Michael Jackson. I can go on and on, where they build you up when you're a child. Everybody loves you. But then as you start to become even bigger, they tear you down. It's almost, it happens over and over and over. But, that's basically the way I saw it. And I'm paraphrasing this, but it was one of the neighbors that had made a statement saying that they have a lot of creative artists that live in the neighborhood, but we expect them to be neighbors. In other words, what she was saying pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing what she said. You guys can check out the link in the description box if you want to read verbatim what was said. But basically, I know how to read in between the lines. And basically what she was saying is that we don't mind Chris Brown being in our neighborhood. Why? Because it attracts buyers. When a real estate man or woman comes around trying to sell a house, and they say things like Jay Leno lives up the street, or Chris Brown lives a block over. When you say things like that, it puts more value to the house. The house might be a piece of shit, but if you say this famous person lives around a block or lives within this community, it puts more value on the house. It puts value within the buyer's mind. So they don't mind Chris Brown living in the neighborhood because it brings stock value up. Not the stock value, but the neighborhood value. It brings the house up. But at the same time, what she really was saying is that we want you to stay in the neighborhood because you bring buyers and we can profit off of you, but we want you to keep your little nigga ways to yourself. That's basically what she was saying in so many words. But if I was Chris Brown, I'd say fuck the neighbors. It's my house. I pay my mortgage. I do what I want to do with my own property. You know, I'm sure there's things that other neighbors do that he doesn't condone or he doesn't like. But nobody complains about that. But see, when a brother does something that's, unique, or he wants to express himself with his house, with his own property, there's always a problem. But that's all I pretty much wanted to say. You guys can check out the link in the description box. If you heard about the story, let me know what you think about this story. Do you feel like Chris Brown is out of line? Do you feel like he should just say, fuck the neighbors, I'm going to do what I want to do with my own property? Or what? But I'm out, y'all. Peace.